I stuck it into the fridge for about 2 days, and it smells interesting. So I'm somewhat making a small amount, and then okay, so today I wanted to try another fermentation type recipe. You all know that we like to kind of experiment and do things. Last time we made rice koji from scratch, and I ended up making some miso with that. I ended up making like kind of like a Japanese rice wine with that. But Japan also has this recipe for sweet fermented red azuki bean paste. Okay, so if you all are into kind of Asian ingredients and Asian flavors, you know that red azuki beans, we use that, like the Japanese and Asians, they put that into desserts all the time because red azuki beans kind of, they're savory, but they also have like a sweetness to them as well that lends itself really well to making things like, you know, like milkshakes or like putting it into the center of buns and you just sweeten that a little bit and it's really good. So I actually made this in advance, but the Japanese have something called a fermented red bean paste, where they'll take red beans, they'll take the rice koji, which is pretty much, it's the culture for making rice wine, and they'll put it together, they'll stick it into a rice cooker and just keep it on like a keep warm setting, and then 8 hours later, apparently everything kind of like mashes together and you have yourself like a sweetened, I guess like a sweetened fermented red bean paste. So supposedly pretty healthy for you because of the fermentation, but it would be interesting. Like I think that this is, I've never really thought about mixing it with red beans and red bean paste before. So so that's what we're gonna be doing today. And then I think I will be trying it for you, but I might be trying it for you in a new ingredient Monday. It's a little bit of a cheat, I know, we're kind of splitting it up, but yeah, like we'll do the recipe first. I will briefly mention the flavor. Don't worry, I will see you all again in the Monday to come, and we'll be doing that, okay? All right, bye. Bye. So you can do that, or you can put it into the pressure cooker to cook. Okay, so I went ahead and I strained out the beans and I left some of the liquid. And then over here is my rice koji. So normally it's equal amounts of rice koji to your dried beans. So I'm somewhat making a small amount. We're just letting this, oh, that's in Fahrenheit. Oh, I think we're just there. We're letting this fall down to right around 60 Celsius so that we don't kill the rice koji mold. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix that together. I'm gonna put it into like a rice cooker pot because that's how we're going to ferment all of this, okay? It helps with the koji to ferment a bit if the mixture is also a bit wet. So I've saved a little bit of the cooking liquid. And this is one of those things where, yeah, if you like it to be softer, and the spread to be softer and kind of more mashed, you add in a little bit more of the liquid. So I'd say a couple tablespoons. Okay, so we did, about 3. Okay, so now I'm going to put this into the rice cooker, and I'm going to put it onto just the keep warm setting so that it will, not overheat. I'm going to keep the rice cooker open and stick like a wet towel on top, because if you don't, it actually gets hotter than the desired temperature. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for about 8 hours, and every few hours, every 2 hours or so, we're just gonna give it a light stir just to make sure that nothing is too hot. And then by the end of the 8 hours, it should smell somewhat sweet, kind of like rice wine. So we shall see. So I did realize that my rice cooker does get quite hot, so I have had to turn it on, turn it off fairly often. But you can see every time I kind of come in and I check on it and I stir it, the rice and the beans, they do break down a little bit more. So I think it's just a matter of monitoring it. So this is after, I left it in for about 10 hours. It smells sweet, but it also smells slightly funky, like, I don't know, like KOJI actually does. So it's a little bit sour-esque. I might have waited too long. But you can see that now, the rice is pretty hydrated, and as you stir it, this whole thing just kind of breaks apart into this spread. Okay, so now I'm going to take it out. I'm probably going to put it into the fridge for a little bit, and then we'll see. Okay, so I have the bean paste now. I actually wasn't able to eat it on the day of, so I stuck it into the fridge for about 2 days, and it smells interesting. So I will be tasting it for you all. I know, don't get upset. I will be tasting it for you all, but I want to use this for New Ingredient Monday because I think usually they'll sell it in stores as a spread as well. And so I'm going to try out the spread for you. I'm going to try it out in a way that the Japanese will typically do, and they'll spread it onto a slice of toast. They'll put some butter on it. I'm going to try it out for you. What I'll say though is that it is sweet. Like, there is no added sugar into this and no refined sugar, but boy is this sweet. So yeah, so we'll talk about it in New Ingredient Monday. So I hope you all enjoyed that recipe. Let me know if you've tried this fermented red bean spread before, or if you've made it before. What do you think of the flavor as well? So yeah, I will, don't worry, I will see you all again in the Monday to come, and we'll be doing that. Okay, all right, bye. I'm gonna eat it.